Welcome, and thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate our Black River graduates, the class of 2020. This evening is certainly one to remember. In times of social distancing and keeping each other safe, our graduates have certainly struggled with the closure as they end a chapter in their lives to begin another. The phrase "all together" has been used throughout Ohio, and it certainly has been valued here at Black River. Our community has a long history of supporting each other and coming together in tough times. And this community did so again. Thank you. Our program tonight is to honor our graduates and allow them their moment of time to be recognized for their accomplishments and the milestones that they have reached. I hope that each one of us tonight will take a moment and make it meaningful with your loved ones and family, and that you recognize the importance of this occasion. I would like to take a moment and recognize those that have supported our students in this milestone. Mr. Clark, our superintendent, Connie Hange, our treasurer, our curriculum director, Jill Beiser, and our board members, President Scott Meredith, Vice President Chuck Stiver, and board members Kyle Foster, Dan Sexton, and Mary Schultz. I'd also like to thank the Medina County Educational Service Center and the Medina County Career Center. Their influence has been greatly noticed, and we appreciate their dedication to our students. There's no doubt in my mind that this community is strong and very special. It really does take a village. With saying that, we are BR. Our first speaker tonight will be our class president, Sarah Powell. Sarah has taken many leadership roles here at Black River and has failed us none. She has definitely been a leader for this class. It is my honor to introduce our next speaker, Miss Sarah Powell.
You're probably wondering what's on my head right now, and it is toilet paper, so $5 a roll if anybody was wondering, let me know. I'd like to start by giving a warm welcome to our community and everyone watching. Thank you to all the staff, faculty, teachers, and those who have made an impact on our lives and brought smiles to our faces even on the worst of days. Oh, and I'd also like to give a big thank you to the freshman band kid I paid to write this speech. The Roaring 20s, right? We had it all planned out. This was our year. But it was cut short because the high school couldn't grab toilet paper off the shelves fast enough to stock the bathrooms. And if this virus wasn't enough, we were hit with a tornado, snow, and beautiful sunshine all within 3 days. But if there's one thing to take away from this, it always ends sunny and there will be brightness in the end. I'd like to take the time to reflect on the memories we should be grateful we made, rather than wallow over the ones we never got. Our first memory of that hot, muggy high school was probably a question of, didn't they say they'd have the air conditioning units installed in 2 weeks? But 2 weeks turned into a month, and a month turned into a year, and a year turned into 3. But finally we got air conditioning, except it didn't work properly and it was on all the time in Mrs. Bateson's room. Does 45 degrees ring a bell? Or maybe you remember all those lockdown drills we had with Mr. Yoder as our principal. Remember, there are dogs, they will bite you. Perhaps it was the memory of going into a lockdown in elementary school because people were hunting rabbits on school campus. Go be Riv. But if you're anything like me and Olivia, you hid on the bathroom toilet during a lockdown because no one would let you in their room. Elementary years, probably our best. But what about the fact they had to put up a fence around the playground because a kid tried to run away? Although I think we can all agree getting our recess privilege taken away and made to stand on the logs because one kid was playing ABC games instead of doing their study island work was truly the worst back then. Except if you're JT. The worst for him was spilling a fruit cup on his pants and everyone thought he peed himself. When I think back to middle school, and trust me, I try not to often, we certainly were an odd bunch. I'm sure no other school can say their classmate left chicken wings or a carton of chocolate milk in their locker until it rotted. Thanks, Owen, for that one. I don't know about you, though, but I'm still wondering what was in Mr. Reaver's mystery box he promised to show us. But man, if all of us seniors had $1 for every time someone forgot to put water in their microwave mac and cheese cups, we'd have enough money to repair that bus that got scraped by a taxi cab on our DC trip. And Mark would have enough money to buy a belt to prevent him from getting pantsed in the middle of the hallway like he did once. I probably have no room to speak about high school. I mean, I got to sleep in an extra hour every day, and I still showed up late to school. Sorry, Dr. V. But at least when Mr. Lambwins was doing those so-called hallway sweeps and pushing kids to class with a broom, I was never one of them. But let's all take a moment of silence for the kids who were punished and had to sit in the penalty box for a day. Was that thing even legal? On a lighter note, remember when Devin went to take off his hoodie but forgot he didn't have a shirt on underneath? That was the day Mr. Carver started to hate his job. But I think we all owe an enormous thank you to our senior advisor, Mrs. Carver, for all the work she's put in, but also for holding up signs in the hallway on delay schedules, reminding us it was not lunchtime yet. We still had to go to sixth period beforehand. Speaking of lunch, why did our school ever think it was a good idea to host a milk chugging contest right before we all went to eat? If you participated in that, I feel no mercy for you. You deserve the penalty box. To my fellow seniors, I'm sorry we never got our senior prom. We never got our second round to witness Mr. Lambden crowd surf. And as Cameron put it, I just wanted to graduate with the homies. But remember all those memories and laughs we shared. And remember that we're always only a FaceTime call away from each other. Teachers, if you ever want to talk to us, which I don't think you will, I'm sure if you create a Twitter page called Be Our Polls, we'll respond instantly. Class of 2020, never forget how special and unique you are. No one else has ever gone through this and knows exactly what it feels like. So after 12 years, we did it. Although we're all going our separate ways, I'm sure we'll continue to hold on to those great and humorous memories. But don't forget, always make more. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Powell. Christy Kay has earned an honor this year as the salvatorian of the class of 2020. Christy is a dedicated student that leads by example. I'm excited to say she will be going to the University of Mount Union and will become a fellow alum. I'm honored to introduce her as your class 2020 salvatorian, Ms. Kirsty Cray.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening to anyone watching. As you will see throughout this video, the class of 2020 has a unique but honorable story to be shared for Black River High School history. Not only are we a class that has a cool graduation year, but we are closing a chapter of our lives while the world is greatly changing around us. We have completed our senior year with great letdowns and many uncertainties to follow ahead. No matter how disappointing this year has come to be, we can confidently say that we earned our spot in one of this year's 3 graduation days. With that being said, I'm very honored to be the class of 2020 salutatorian through all the good and bad times. Moving to Black River in my 8th grade year, I had a huge culture shock. I came from a larger suburb off of Cleveland and had around 300 kids in my class. Little did I know I was in for a surprise when I went to Black River for the first time. Driving past the high school, I was more than confused to see it was about 1/4 the size of the middle school I went to my previous year. With an odd feeling, I walked into the middle school for an open house. One of the most memorable parts of that night was walking into Mr. Reber's class. He could tell I felt uneasy and asked me basic questions like, "Where did you move from? What kind of grades did you get? Are you nervous?" I answered my questions to him, and one thing I'll never forget him telling me is how Black River is like a family, and that I have nothing to worry about. On top of this, he told me he saw a lot of potential in my academic success, and he believed I would earn great accomplishments. As my transition into a new school was a great worry of mine, he gave me a sense of ambition that I did not know I was able to feel. With Mr. Reber giving me hope, I began to use my journey at Black River as my chance to reach my highest educational goals. To me, Black River High School is more than just a small school out in the middle of nowhere. All of us seniors walked through the halls of Black River as a freshman 4 years ago. We expected the same thing as any other high schooler did at that time. We had all our hopes high and felt like we were so much older and wiser. Little did we know that these next 4 years would change us drastically. We found out who our closest friends are, followed many different trends to feel justified, and most importantly, we took different classes to see what we were most passionate about. As I've gotten to grow closer to my peers in the faculty, I found the person I want to start working to be. I've gone from wanting to be a pediatrician to a dermatologist. Then I realized biology wasn't my cup of tea, so I took a leap of faith and decided I want to be an engineer. And well, Dr. V, thank you for encouraging me to take your Principles of Engineering class, because even though I had fun times in there, it was definitely not my speed. This past year, I have finally gathered up my true passion, which comes to be math. Yes, I know, I'm crazy for liking the most complex subject in high school, but honestly, I'm still working out what aspect of math I truly want to dive into. So, for all my underclassmen, and even my seniors that are struggling to decide for your future plans, it's okay to be unsure. Always focus on bettering yourself and the rest will fall into place. Your passions will come to you and you'll know what the right fit is once the time comes. Before I take any further steps into my financial mathematics career, I want to thank Mr. Laskos for introducing me to higher levels of math that I want to continue studying for my career. You've always been so willing to challenge me and show me how great math truly can be. In addition to math, you've always been there emotionally for students, and I respect that greatly. Thank you for all you do. You continue to inspire me to be a better version of myself. Dr. V, although I changed my mind on being an engineer, I am very grateful I got to spend 3 years in your classroom. You've taught me different skills within sciences and math that have pushed me out of my comfort zone. Your classes have taught me patience, persistence, and the importance of hard work. I'll miss the crazy labs and making fun of Devin with you. While finding what I was most passionate about, I took on high school with the one and only Sarah Kozik. She took me in with open arms and never failed to be a dependable friend. Through all the hardships we encountered as students, she never failed to motivate me to become a better athlete while we had what felt like never-ending assignments. Thank you for allowing me to see my potential, and thank you to Coach Dieter, Coach Allison, Coach Becca, and Nikki for allowing me to love the greatest sports while I took on high school. Volleyball and bowling gave me an outlet to release stress and have fun during some of my hardest times. I will always be grateful for the memories I made on the court and alley. Even though Sarah has always been there to cheer me on, what stands out most about her is the impact she's had on me throughout high school. Truly, I don't know how I'm going to go through college without her. There's no one else I want to cry and write English papers with after we procrastinated them to the last minute. Even though we'll be hours away from each other once fall semester rolls around, I'm always going to take things life throws at me head on, as she's always taught me to do. This past year, life has definitely taken a wild turn of events. As I had a feeling that senior year was going to turn my life in different directions, it did in many different ways. Just a couple months ago, I lost my beautiful grandmother. This has been one of the most difficult things to deal with, considering she helped my mom and dad raise me. As badly as I wanted her to be here to see me graduate, I know she's always going to be watching over me. Losing someone I've been so close to my whole life really puts into perspective how to stay strong and keep moving forward. One of my greatest friends helped me see that and apply that to my life. Hope Conrad, thank you for being my backbone and support my senior year. No matter what, you were always by my side to keep encouraging me to accomplish my goals despite my downfalls. And to the Conrad family, thank you for making your home open to me whenever I needed it. You guys are my second family, and I don't know what I would do without you. Seniors, we have all encountered disappointment in the second half of our senior year. Remember to take these and any other future struggles with great consideration, but don't let any of them define your future success. As Christopher Robin's character exclaimed, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Never cut yourself short, and keep your head high while moving forward. We have so much to look forward to with so many great memories to cherish upon. Mr. Feechuk, although your classes are not math-related, I appreciate my memories and your encouragement these past 4 years. If it wasn't for you, I would not have seen my potential to apply for Medina County Student of the Month. But even if I never saw it, I'm sure you wouldn't have stopped reminding me to fill out an application. I'm going to miss your crazy sarcasm and Parma jokes greatly. But hey, you go girl, and never stop sharing your hilarious wisdom with everyone. And Mrs. Strader, thank you for all your help this year with finding the right college for me. I'm going to miss the countless hours spent in your office finishing scholarship papers and chatting about God knows what. Hey Lambton, go Raiders. As Walt Disney once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Class of 2020, never let something hold you back from chasing your dreams. It's been a pleasure growing closer to you guys these past 5 years, and I've seen so much potential out of all of you. My last thank you goes out to my mom and dad. Without you guys constantly pushing me to be better than the person I was before, I'd be okay with settling for mediocre results. As much as I claim I'm excited to begin a new chapter of my life at Mount Union, I'm going to miss our talks, adventurous dinners, and making fun of John for leaving the table to do push-ups. I love you guys more than words can describe. Thank you for everything you do. Seniors, we were born around the devastation of 9/11 terrorist attacks, and we are now graduating during a global pandemic. Both of these events have brought communities closer and trusted our tested faith. We have proven to be stronger than what life throws at us, and we proved our determination to rise above all odds. We will always be pirates at heart, and most importantly, the autumn wind is a pirate, as Mr. Vichuk says. We are BR. Best of luck to my fellow classmates, and best wishes to all the educators at Black River. Thank you for the support, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Gray. Our valedictorian for the class of 2020 is no small task. Our top 10 graduates' GPA has a range difference of 0.5%. With that high level of achievement, Caitlin Clifford has been able to maintain her focus on her academic studies to the highest degree, earning a GPA of 4.40. Caitlin has been a role model for the student body, not only in academics, but in service both at school and in our community. Caitlin will be attending the Mount Vernon Nazarene University to study early childhood education. Introducing this year's valedictorian, Ms. Caitlin Clifford.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well and staying healthy. As I wish I was not standing up here alone in an empty gym, I'm going to make this short and sweet. 4 years ago, we began high school as freshmen, uncertain of what it would be like. But come sophomore, junior, even senior year, we got comfortable with it. It even became like a second home for us. We spent many hours all day in class, then after school in practices or meetings, dance setup, hallway decorating, dances, and supporting our fellow classmates at their sporting events. We could not have gotten here today if it wasn't for our parents, the staff, coaches, our friends, and our own determination. I would like to thank my family for always encouraging me to do my best, always being there for me and teaching me to never give up even when I wanted to. I would also like to thank the teachers for teaching me all that you did and always being willing to answer questions no matter what. And thank you to my coaches for pushing me to do my best and pushing me farther than I ever thought I could go. Thank you to all the parents and coaches out there for everything you do for us. We might not say it, but we really appreciate it and would not be who we are today if it wasn't for you. Lastly, I would like to thank my classmates as we have grown over the last 13 years for always being there for one another and creating memories. One memory that has stuck out in my mind is the 8th grade DC trip when the bus hit a car and we had to walk to our destination. Although the coronavirus is making us feel so many unknowns and uncertainties, the best is yet to come. As one door closes, another door opens. This chapter in our life has come to an end, but a new chapter begins with new opportunities and new experiences. I sympathize with all of you who have had our last taken away from us early, including last sporting events, conferences, banquets, competitions for band, FCCLA, FFA, academic challenge, the senior skip day, senior trip, and our senior prom. But in the long run, this will make us better and stronger. I want you all to remember that we decide our attitude, and I hope you all will choose to be positive and smile even when times are tough. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. As I was writing this speech, it really made me think how we have had to learn new norms and new ways of doing things. Although we might not see it now, this could be a gift that teaches us to be patient and trust God because He is in control. Yes, this is a scary time because of the virus and all the unknowns and risks that come with it, but we need to let our faith be bigger than our fears because God is in control, and with Him all things are possible. He will help us through this challenging time. For example, all of you know how shy I am, but with my faith and the support of my family, I am able to stand up here today to encourage you. If you are unsure of things or future plans, I want to assure you that God created you for a reason and has a plan for you. Each and every one of you has gifts and talents that will be used to do great things. Since we're unable to be together at this time for a traditional commencement, I would like to thank all of you in advance for all that you will do to help make the world a better place with your contribution to society. Thank you to those going into the military to serve our country, the medical field, the workforce, and all the other professions. I know you all will succeed in whatever you do. The career you choose does not affect your success. You succeed by working hard and never giving up. So don't be afraid to go for your dreams. If you fall, get back up and try again. Be positive and work hard because you can do it. Believe in yourself. Lou Holtz, a former football player and coach, once said, "Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, and attitude determines how well you do." I personally really like the quote by Lou Holtz because it has applied to me. I was not a good runner, however, I was determined to run a good time and led our freshman year. And with a lot of hard work, determination, and positivity, I achieved both. You can do anything you put your mind to. Here we are, 4 years later, graduating stronger than ever. Although we are not able to be together for a traditional commencement today, we made history and will continue to do so. I want to congratulate all of you on all that you have accomplished throughout school, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I want to share a Bible verse that encourages me, and I hope will do the same for you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified or afraid because of them. The Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Even though we cannot celebrate this milestone all together, let's say our class chant one last time together. SSSENIIIOR, SENIOR, 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 senior. We will always be the Black River Pirates class of 2020. Congratulations, we did it.
To the class of 2020, congratulations. You are a tough class. If the fact that we now have our arm wrestling club doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. You have made it through some tough times. Not only can academics and the extracurricular activities that go along with them be difficult, you have also had to endure the loss of friends and the COVID-19 pandemic. But here we are at graduation. You've made it. These times have revealed a lot about us. Perhaps they have brought struggles to the surface, revealed a close friend or family member that you can lean on, or shown you that you really do need more toilet paper. Class of 2020, thank you for the invitation to speak and share some thoughts as you graduate. It truly is an honor and a blessing. It is a little bit of a crazy story how I ended up here at BR, but for the sake of time, I would just say I ended up getting a phone call when I hadn't even applied here. And now, 14 years later, I have been blessed with many students and families in our community, including you, the class of 2020. All of you have been so encouraging. From those of you in my homeroom, go homeroom. Those in my math class, thanks for the idea of my future YouTube name, last cosign. I have yet to use it. Cross country, our many miles, Fellowship of Christian Students, and our encouraging meetings. Or those of you who memorized over 50 digits of pi, you know who you are. And those of you that I've met maybe once or twice in the halls and talked with for a brief time, thank you. I'm thankful for all of you. We have a wonderful school, students, faculty, staff, administration, and community. We are truly privileged to be part of Black River and be called Pirates. For those of you who have not already scrubbed through this part of the video, thank you for hanging in. This is truly a unique time, and with the time that I have left, I'd like to give you some encouragement as you head out from Black River. Many of you know how running has been part of my life, and I think it provides us all with some wisdom as we move into the days ahead. As we go through life, we will face difficulties and challenges, and we need to have a resilience that allows us to weather them. Sometimes in a race you feel terrible and you want to give up, but you must fight and press on. You have to have a positive frame of mind while running, or your body will shut down. The positive mindset is one that we need to carry over into life. You need PMA. Now I know some of you may groan if you know what that means, but a positive mental attitude is what we need. In a race, you don't focus on the pain or the hurt, but on what's ahead. We need to focus on what is true and not get distracted by the lies that are around us. So if we're going through a difficulty, we need to focus on things like, I am valued, I do matter, someone does care, and not the opposite of those. Looking for the truth and focusing on the positive in any time in life is so important. Part of this mindset is the ability to shed things off that bring us down. You see, good runners don't run in jeans. Just watch the Olympics next summer. Anyways, we need to get rid of those things that will hinder us. Take off the jeans and put shorts on. Take off negative attitudes and mindsets. It doesn't help you, and it definitely does not help those around you. We need to get rid of mindsets that tear us and others down and embrace mindsets that help us and build others up. By the way, I am secretly teaching you how to run. Try it sometime. PMA is so important. Find those things that are good, right, and true, and focus on them. I remember seeing a teammate fall down in an indoor track meet once, and he got spiked in the face. Sometimes in a race, you fall down. There will be times when you fall down in life, but you need to get back up. And it can be other people who help you get up. We need people in life that will not just tell us what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. A true friend will tell us when we are messing up and when we need to refocus. They will point us to the truth, and we need to find those people in life because when we fall down, getting back up is essential. And we need those around us who will help us and not mislead us or push us back down. We need to be able to get back up and continue to run. Also, part of being a good runner is looking up. We shouldn't run a race looking down, but have our eyes up, viewing the course and what is ahead. We often are tempted to lower our eyes and get so distracted and consumed by what is going on around us that we forget that there's hope. As you go through life, there is always hope. Don't forget that, no matter what. So remember, PMA, positive mental attitude. Get back up when you fall down, and have those around you who will help you get back up. And lift up your eyes. There's always hope. Class of 2020, congratulations. I'm so proud of you all.
Thank you, Mr. Laskos. Graduates, what a way to end your senior year. Miss Englehart, your design of the perfect t-shirt, senioritis to coronavirus. We did not get to celebrate all your accomplishments, have prom and dance the night away, senior send-off, or a graduation that you have been looking forward to for so very long. Faith, you were right. Everything you were looking forward to was taken away. Well, almost everything. You see, seniors, I want to take a moment and recognize all the events that you have been a part of and the experiences that you've had. Academically, we have 21 seniors that have earned a 3.5 or higher, and all of them have completed 1 or more years of college education. Scholarships are still coming in, and it's getting to be well over $1 million worth of funds. The FFA members have experienced state and local conventions and been recognized at those levels as well, earning their diplomas. FCCLA has also earned honors at state and national, earning a first place in both areas. Along with those rankings, our band has had significant improvements in what they do, earning hardware in every event this year and making it to state, being able to march on the Ohio State football field. What an honor that is. And then athletics. You as a senior class have experienced going deep in the playoffs in football. Our volleyball team breaking records and having a winning season, the best in Black River history. And our girls basketball team making their first hosting playoffs for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And then the cross-country team, remembering you running with the young kids after the invitational. Those memories will last, and they are yours, and nobody can take them away. One thing I want you to remember, and always remember, is that I hope you never forget how your community, our community, stepped up and supported you during this time. When tonight is over, it is my hope that you will always do your best and be your best. This community gave their best to you. I've had the opportunity to share many memories with you, and those will always last with me. Tonight is no different, and it is an honor to share this with you. All this time you have prepared to find your pathway and success. Never let your dreams die, and stay true to yourself. You have finally made it. Good luck to each one of you. Mr. Clark, it is with great honor that myself and the staff of Black River High School present to you the class of 2020. The students before you have all met the graduation guidelines set forth by the Board of Education of Black River and the state of Ohio. Mr. Clark, the class of 2020.
As superintendent, I am both honored and humbled to have a chance to address you for a brief moment. This experience has shown you are in a group of survivors and adapters. You've had the opportunity to learn both in a brick and mortar classroom and begin to experience the capabilities of online learning. My point is this: we have no idea where our life and career will take us. Please take advantage of your education and your experiences, and they will take you far in life. I wish you the best of luck. If this district can ever be of assistance to you, do not hesitate to contact my office or any of the building offices. The following statement you will hear from many of our graduates: once a pirate, always a pirate. At this time, I would normally ask the graduates to rise. If you want, you may do so. If not, just enjoy listening to the following statement, for it is a statement that you want me to say after all your years of hard work. At this time, as superintendent of the Black River Local School District and the powers invested in me through the Ohio Department of Education, the Ohio General Assembly, and the Black River Local School Board, having recommended you by the high school principal, I hereby declare that the 89 students in the class of 2020 have met the necessary requirements for graduation in accordance to the law, and the Board of Education of the Black River Local Schools having passed this resolution on April 16, 2020. Therefore, it is my pleasure to declare the Black River High School class of 2020 as graduates.
Your senior class president, Sarah Powell. Your valedictorian, Caitlin Ann Clifford. Your salutatorian, Kirsty Renee Cray. Megan Taylor Owen. Sarah Elizabeth Kozik. Devin Colin McLean. Olivia Elizabeth Rake. Erin Faith Smith. Corey Lee Aviles, Haley Nicole Eckert, Hannah Rose Abfall, Cassandra Ann Marie Armstrong, James Todd Armstrong II, Chancellor Lee Bailey, James R. Barco II, Richard Eric Barr II, Samuel Lee Bordes, Andre Fernando Wayne Brown, Matthew David Colgrove, Daisy Michelle Cullen, Devin Angelique Cullen, Summer Star Culp, Macy Sage Davis, Raymond Allen Dean, Tyler Anthony DiDonato, Joseph Ross Downs, Timothy John Duche, Renee Elizabeth Durrell, Sora Michelle Edwards, Manuel Allen Emery, Brianna Sue Engelhart, Caitlin Rose Fisher, Gavin Charles Ford, Trent Russell Fox, Cassidy Marie Fusco, Jordan Jean Guest, Garrett Nelson Greenfield, Haley Marie Gregory, Reagan Dale Gross, Aaron Laurel Hamilton, Lacey May Hawk, Taylor Faith Hendershot, Austin Tyler Hendricks, Logan Jeffrey Hess, Jasmine Hollingsworth, Shauna Michelle Huddleston, Devin Michael Humphreys, Nathan Samuel Jackson, Logan Christopher Keithley, Christian Jonathan Kelly, Tiamone Kyra Narelle Kelsey, Selena Marie Kendall, James William Cusis III, Dylan Joseph Commit, Morgan Carey Kosick, Stephen Richard Cost, Maya Grace Kunzman, Dylan Paul Kuntz, Shay Estelle Ladina, Tristan Dean Lamp, Cameron Ryan Lenhart, Anthony Salvatore Liberty, Kayla Ann LaPiccolo, Jacob Adam Lauer, Justin Timothy Masitis, Mark Allen Mason, Francesco Matrenga, Gabriel Joseph McGuire, Stephanie Lynn McQuate, Noah Jacob Oriano, Alexis Christina Reed, Callista Grace Reese, Faith Marie Reeser, Emily Jean Riddell, Seth Michael Scobie. Anna Lee Shearer. Owen Allen Sherrill. Faith Destiny Elizabeth Simons. Caleb Perry Simonson. Thomas Matthew Smithberger. Cody Allen Spear. Kayla Ann Spear. Jenna Diane Stanfield. Kyle Evan Stefanis. Madison Catherine Tanner. Cheyenne Lynn Teets. Lydia Lynn Wacker. Cheyenne Mackenzie Wright. Austin Ryder Young.
Black River Class of 2020. I've had the honor to be your senior president this past year, but I've had a bigger honor to be your peer and friend for many the last 12. From senioritis to coronavirus, we finally made it, even if it means having to wear these ugly mustard yellow gowns. So Class of 2020, the moment we've all been waiting for. Please join me now in the turning of our tassels. Congratulations and an extended thank you to all who have helped us achieve this special moment.